My grandfather passed away in 2011 at the age of 79, and my grandma was then a widow, and she lived alone for 7 years before she was no longer able to live alone. And during this time, she became increasingly forgetful, and she tended to lock herself outside of the house multiple times. And so one time I was visiting her, and she told me, "Alex, do not make copies of my house keys. I don't want anybody to have copies of my house keys." And I said, "Okay, Grandma, I won't." And I did not promise that the guy at the hardware store would not make any copies of any keys, which, by the way, she was then able to use to get back in later on when she locked herself out again, because I had given those keys to my cousin and he hid them outside for her to be able to use. So I promised my grandma that I would not make any copies of her house keys, and I did not make any copies of her house keys. Therefore, I did not lie.